guys, it's Marisol and welcome back to Bookverse. So this video I'm going to be doing my review on one of my favorite books. In case you can't tell from all my other videos, I really love Throne of Glass, and I think it's such an amazing book that it deserves its own review, book talk on it, because it's that amazing. Yes, if you have not read this series, I recommend just stop what you're doing right now, go out and pick out this book because it is amazing. It's really great. And best thing is I read all the books that are out so far, and this one is great, but it just keeps getting better and better with every book. So let's get started. So like I said, this review is on Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and pretty much just the quick overall description of it in case you don't know. It's the main character, Selena Sardothian. I know some people pronounce it differently. That's how I pronounce it. If it's wrong, sorry. But pretty much it's about her, and she is one of the, highest, best assassins that there is. And pretty much where this book picks up, she has been captured after something goes horribly wrong, and she was enslaved to the salt mines. And the book starts with the fact that the king of Arendelle is going to be hosting a championship to pick a king's champion, which is just a nicer way of saying his personal assassin. So he's going to begin this championship, and so his son Dorian, who's the prince, has decided to pick Selena as his champion. So him, along with his best friend, who is also the captain of the guard named Kale, they both travel to Endeavor, the salt mines, to get Selena. And pretty much they bring out Selena. She's shackled, she looks horrible, and Dorian makes her an offer: either come with me to Arendelle and compete as my champion, to become the king's assassin, or she's gonna rot and die at the salt mines. And being no fool, obviously she accepts, and that's where everything's gonna start to unfold, and the world building and everything that takes place. And it's really amazing. I cannot talk up this book enough, or tell you. I could tell you many reasons why you should read it, but just really pick this book up, you guys. It's amazing. And without giving too much away, that's pretty much all I can tell you, other than there's a lot of adventure, a lot of mystery and stuff that will be uncovered later on. Obviously, on the back of the book it says right here, "Two men love her, the whole land fears her, only she can save them all." So obviously from that you could tell there's going to be a love triangle, Selena, Dorian, Kale. In case you don't know, I'm Team Kale. If Selena ends up with anyone but him, I will be heartbroken. Like Sarah J. Maas, you will break my heart if she doesn't end up with him. Just them two, I don't know. But that leads me onto my spoilery section, because I want to talk way more about this book with you guys, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't read it or doesn't know anything more about it. So if you haven't read this book, go out, pick it up and read it, and then come back to my video, and then we can talk more about it and why it's so amazing. So go on, I don't want to spoil it for you. Give you a couple more seconds. You ready? Okay. Okay, so if you've already picked up this book, you already know why people love it so much if you've read it. Selena is the character that is kick-ass. Not only is she amazing and like one of the world's top assassins, but she's also very girly. Like she stays true to herself. She doesn't sacrifice anything of who she is and what she feels to fulfill this assassin role. And I think that's something really amazing, that no matter how kick-ass or tough, or how many people she may have killed on orders, she is still a very noble, very wonderful person on the inside who is, she's only 17. And the whole fact, well, 17 turning 18 throughout the book, and the fact that she's still, you know, she loves balls and she wants to go dancing with the man and wear fancy dresses and jewelry. She's very, very girly, and I think that it's amazing that after everything that she's gone through in her life, she hasn't let any of that change her. And I think that's a really good message for Sarah J. Maas to put in this book, that, you know, no matter how much the world may try to beat you down and kill your spirit, even if you're scared, like how she tells herself, I am Selena Sargothian and I will not be afraid. So no matter how afraid she was, like, she still is who she is. And I think that's really, really great. And I love that. And then one of my favorite parts also, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I love Kale and her together. And the fact that she is so, like, badass. This passage where she rolled her eyes. Thank you so much for interfering on my behalf. You don't need me to rescue you. It still would be nice to ask. You can fight your own battles. He pointed with his sword to the weapons rack. Pick one. His eyes shone with a challenge as she untied her cloak and tossed it behind her. Let's see if you can actually back up your swaggering. I love the back and forth between her and Cal. Like, I think just from the minute I read it, I thought they should be together. Like, yes, Dorian's the handsome prince that has everything that he could want, riches, money. But Cal, yes, you know, as we find out, he's supposed to be Lord. But he gave that up because he's a noble person at heart. Someone that doesn't really exist in the world anymore, who is loyal. Not because of what money or connections he can get, but he is truly, truly just a loyal person that wants nothing more to do than to protect his prince and do the best job that he can, because he loves his prince. Like, Dorian's his best friend, and his one priority is to protect his friend. And so I like the struggle that he has when he meets Selena, because she's this assassin. He's supposed to protect the king and his prince from her, but he also sees beyond the mask that she wears. He sees her for who she truly is, and that's why I'm Team Cat all the way. Like, I read the other books. I know a little bit more of what happens, but I still want them together. They're like my one true pairing, you guys, honestly. But aside from me babbling of why her and Kale are just perfect together, a couple more of the characters I really love. Dorian, you know, right now he is just this prince, you know, he's always had ladies throw themselves at him. He's used to getting his way. And when he meets Selena, it's different. She's not the typical girl that he's used to. And, like, I just can't wait, just from this book, like, for his character to develop, to see his potential, because it seems like he doesn't see his potential only. Like yeah, he's just some pretty face. And I think that Selena is the best thing that could have happened to him, because she will change him completely and change his perspective. As the book goes on, you can already tell, like, how he starts to develop and change. And so I really like that, and I like his relationship with her, even if it doesn't always make me happy. But I think they're great friends. Hopefully that's all they'll ever be. But besides him, another character that's really great is Nahima. I love the mystery behind her, when you don't know what her real agenda is, if she's really there just to learn or if she's there for other reasons. So I really like her relationship with Selena. They seem like they're gonna be best friends on this book. And then I think it's great that Selena finally can have someone that she can talk to, even if they don't fully trust each other in the beginning, or no, you know, what may happen later on. I just like that she has someone to talk to, someone that can distract her a little bit. And then from that, moving on to what's going on with you know, the Kane and the champions. I don't know, like, I thought it was obvious off the bat who was committing the murders. I don't know if you guys got that or not, but Kane, I mean, was there really anyone else that you would have thought was killing off the other King's champions? I just from the moment they introduced Kane, I didn't like him. I got that horrible vibe from him, like, ugh, Like, I want him dead already before he can ever even hurt Selena or do anything bad to her. And that whole thing, even though I feel like I caught it early on and knew it was him, it was still like, the way she discovers it and finds out, I was terrified. I mean, you can't kill the main protagonist, not in the first book. But just that scene, you know, underground, and then how she gets attacked, and I was just, it was great. It was really great. And you know how the other people are mutilated and killed because of something that he does. Like, once you finally know that it's Cain in the book, like that a human mortal man could do that. Yeah, which, you know, the whole wayward marks or word marks, because on the back of this there's like a way to pronounce things. It says it should be word and word marks. So the word marks and that, like the whole mystery of, is it magic supposed to be banished? Is it magic? Is it a different type of thing? Like, what's going on? So I like the mystery behind that. And will you not find out what it all means? And then the one scene I really want to talk about, where they, you know, the king obviously wants Cain as his champion. You know, it's a plot. That's why, you know, they poison her so that she can get killed and like be taken care of. And you know, that whole scene where she's almost defeated, like she's drugged, poisoned, and you know, the vision she starts to have of Elena and how she saves her and all the things that she sees and what Cain tells her, players, I can't remember the exact quote, but the whole of all the players from before will be brought back. And then it's just, it adds on to the mystery of what the heck is going on, what are these word marks, what's the mystery behind it. And then how it broke my heart when she's down, like reaching for the edge, and then Kale like gets down and like looking at her, telling her to get up and to just like, please get up. And it just it made me want to cry. I've never wanted to cry with a book, but just like his power to tell her to get up after, you know, I feel like at that point he already knew he liked her. He gave her the ring that he brought her. Like, why would you give someone a ring unless it meant something, right? Maybe I'm just old-fashioned or like that romantic in me. But when he gave her that ring, I was like, even if he doesn't admit it to himself, some part of him knows that he cares about her deeply as more than just the assassin he's supposed to watch or just a friend. Like, he feels something for her even if he doesn't know it. And when he's just like begging her to get up when she's crumbled because Cain could kill her if she doesn't, like the desperation in his voice, like I could just picture that scene. And like if I would have been him, I would have been crying like, no, get up, I don't want you to die, like you need to survive. And so I love that entire scene. And you know, afterwards how she miraculously could like beat Cain and like becomes the king's champion. And when Cain is gonna kill her and Cal just takes his sword and kills him. And you know, no matter how horrible Cain was, like he was a soldier, there are rules. Cal's job isn't to protect Selena, it's to protect the king and protect Dorian. But he killed. Like, I didn't realize that, you know, as captain of the guard, you know, with all the wars that have been going on, I thought, you know, he has to have killed someone at some point. But to know that his first kill was Cain and that he did it just to protect Selena, that a man that cares so much about his position because of loyalty and that he was willing to risk all that for her, like that's the moment where I was like, if she ends up with anyone else, I will be devastated. And that is the moment that just made me want to like keep reading this. You know, everything was great, but like that Selena, I feel like she knows she's the great assassin, but she doesn't realize her worth. And then all these people that are coming into her life, like Dorian, Nahima, Cal, they're coming into her life, and I feel like they see what she could be if she like completely accepted herself and loved herself and realized that, you know, she's worth a lot. And they can see that, and they're willing to risk so much for her, like by being her friend, by, you know, Kale killing for her to protect her. And just, this book has such potential, like such great potential. I I cannot talk it up enough. Like Sarah J. Maas became my #1 favorite author. She knocked my other favorite author off the mantle, and you know, before her, like, my #1 author had been my #1 author for years. And with this book and this series, Sarah J. Maas, you're probably not watching this or ever will, but thank you. I love you. Like, not in a creepy way, but as a reader, I love your work so much, so thank you. And you guys, really, I don't know how to stress this enough. Like, this book is great, and you know, once you read it, if you like it, the series just gets better and better with every book. And I am so sad. Like, right now we're in October of 2014, and the 4th book doesn't come out till May of 2015. That's what, like, almost 8 months away. I don't know if I can wait 8 months with, like, the anticipation. That's how much I love this series. So I hope you guys like my review. I hope you didn't find it too much rumbly or like too much praising, but I really do love it, in case it wasn't obvious. And I really recommend you pick it up. You know, the first 3 books are already out. You know, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Air of Fire, and then the Assassin's Blade, which is the 5 short novellas that are the prequel to this. So I really recommend you guys pick them up. Like I said, you know, got a couple months before the 4th book comes out. And just let me know if you do. If you have read it, let me know what you thought about it. If you are also Team Kale or not. If you agree with me or not on that. What your opinions are of this book. I also have my review on Goodreads, which I will link down below if you guys want to read that and check it out. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on the book, if you guys love it as much as I do or not, what you love or hate about it. And I hope you guys like my video and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.